Hi YouTube, and thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new here, my name is Ari. I'm a licensed esthetician and I make videos about beauty and skincare, so if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you subscribe. In today's video, I want to talk about a topic that I've kind of been hearing a lot about, definitely in recent months, and that is acne that is basically resulting from wearing face masks and face coverings all the time. A lot of people have been calling it mask acne, and the thing about mask acne is that it's affecting people who normally don't break out or have problem skin at all, but it's also affecting people that already have breakouts and problem skin, and it's just making things worse. Whether wearing a face mask is giving you your first pimple that you've had in 5 years, or if it's making your already difficult to deal with skin get even worse, I'm going to give you some tips in this video to basically kind of help combat that. The first thing I want to suggest is using a foaming cleanser. The reason I say this is because whenever you have a product that foams, it's designed to take off excess dirt and oil and sweat that is kind of pooling on the face. So especially if you have a mask on and it's a little bit hot where you work, you're probably going to be sweating. You're probably going to have some extra oil production that you normally would. So if that's something that you feel like is happening to you and it's causing those breakouts, try switching to a foaming cleanser. One thing that I've also found really helpful in controlling breakouts in my chin area from wearing a mask is if you wear, even if you do or don't wear makeup to work, actually, either way, when you come home from work, if you would normally do your skincare routine later that night, like right before you go to bed, if you find that you're really sweating and getting oil buildup during the day, wash your face when you get home and do your skincare then, as opposed to at night before you go to bed. The reason I say this is just because you want to wash everything off your face right when you're basically done wearing your mask, instead of letting it sit on your skin for a couple more hours, which would make it more likely to cause breakouts. The next thing is something that I've actually been doing for a while that I feel like makes a big difference, but carry a toner on you during the day and apply it throughout the day. Don't tone your face 5 times a day. I don't want you to overdo it, but basically what I mean by that is because toner's actual purpose is to balance the pH of your skin, and it also helps get off excess dirt and oil. So if you carry a toner throughout the day and you feel like after a couple hours your skin is getting really oily, mist it with a toner and then put the mask back on. I really like the Murad hydrating toner because it's not as drying as other ones can be. Sometimes they're too alcohol based, but if you don't normally get breakouts and you just want some kind of toner that kind of will work for everybody, try the hydrating one from Murad. Another step that can really make a difference is using a clay mask. I love clay masks because I already kind of have oily skin, so they've been working for me for a really long time. My favorite of all time is definitely either the Murad clarifying mask, or I think it's from Glow. They have like a sulfur mask that does kind of the same thing with the clay. Clay masks are going to draw out oil from your skin and help kind of dry everything out and prevent breakouts in the future. A lot of people absolutely love that Aztec Indian clay mask. I don't have too much of an opinion on it, honestly. I looked at the ingredients before. There's nothing that really is in there that would tell me not for you guys to use it. I don't see why not. The main thing about that mask is mix it with water and not apple cider vinegar. I see a lot of people use vinegar. You don't need to put that on your face. Just mix it with water and your results will be perfectly fine. Using a clay mask is also a great way to spot treat, so you don't have to put it all over your whole face, especially if you don't have acne all over your face. A lot of times because of the mask, it's like from here on people that it goes down like that, so a lot of times even it can go down onto almost your neck. So if that's what it is for you, then you don't even have to put the clay mask on your whole face. Just put it on your problem area, and you can even use it as a spot treatment. I love using clay masks as spot treatments. And another thing I don't want you to forget while you're trying to treat this mask acne is do not forget to moisturize. It is so easy to think that because your skin is getting oily or because you're sweating during the day that you don't need to moisturize. But of course we know it is the total opposite of that. If you skip the moisturizer, then your skin will try to combat that by producing more oil, which will make you more oily. So don't skip moisturizer. Make sure you're using it even under your mask. The main thing I want you to take from this video ingredient-wise is that using things like clay, sulfur, and salicylic acid are going to help balance your oil production and clear up your breakouts. Even though this video specifically, I kind of wanted to target people who are breaking out because of wearing a mask, I do have on my channel a playlist called All About Acne that I will link, and that is basically my opinion on different products, different ingredients, and it goes a lot more in depth about treating breakout skin. And last but not least, just some extra tips to kind of minimize your breakouts under your mask. Avoid wearing makeup under them as much as possible. I know it's hard because it feels weird to put makeup on like half your face or just use concealer instead of foundation, but honestly, it's not worth wearing it under your mask. It makes your mask all gross, it makes your skin sweat, and it makes you just pool oil on your skin. Especially with the makeup, your skin definitely does not need that. Make sure your masks are clean, especially if they're reusable. I know that people basically went from never using a mask, like a medical mask at all, to having to wear them all the time. Just make sure that they're clean, especially if they're reusable. Make sure that you're washing them. If they're disposable, make sure you're throwing them away when they get dirty. Masks, even if they're just to protect you from COVID, can still carry and harbor a lot of bacteria, especially if you're constantly touching it throughout the day, taking it off and putting it back on. So just keep that in mind. Like, if you think about it as in anything else, you wouldn't put dirty stuff on your face. So just make sure that your mask is clean. My recommendation, and one thing that I've been using, I know this sounds weird, but I've been keeping mine in like a little dust bag that, you know, the ones you buy like a person and they put it in a dust bag. Not only are those machine washable, but I've been keeping my mask in like a little dust bag. And then same thing when I have them in my actual purse, I keep them in like a smaller, like one of those drawstring dust bags that I had jewelry come in. So you could even try that. Because they are machine washable, I basically just wash them and I put them in that, and it's been working for me. And last but not least, it is not a video about acne for me if I do not lecture you guys on the importance of washing your pillowcases, cleaning your cell phones, not putting your hands on your face. I know you're sick of hearing it, and I know anybody who's gotten a pimple ever has probably had someone tell them that, but I cannot stress how important that is. Bacteria breaks out your skin, and if you're touching it and you're putting things that aren't clean on it, it's going to cause breakouts, which is going to be even worse because you have to wear a mask all day. So just be super aware of that. Make sure you're wiping down your phone, make sure you're washing your pillowcases enough, and that you're not putting dirty hands onto your clean face. And that is basically it, guys. So I definitely am curious to hear how you guys have been doing, and if there's anything that you find has been working for breakouts, if you find that now you're breaking out more because of wearing a mask. So if you have any suggestions or kind of stories about that, make sure you comment them down below because I definitely want to hear them. And other than that, thank you so much for watching me. If you have any other video suggestions, make sure you comment them down below, and I will see you in my next video.